in blue for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be doing the Crayola challenge using the 24-pack Crayola crayons. I'm super excited about this challenge considering I haven't used these crayons in a really long time and wouldn't consider this a challenge considering that some people, this is the art supply that they use to make their art. And I'm excited to see what I can do with it now since my experience has grown since kindergarten or elementary school, since that was probably the last time that I used these. Besides the Crayola crayons, I will also be using my HB Drafting Blick Studio pencil, a brush nib Micron, and the paper that I am using is a 65-pound cardstock that I found at my local Walmart. So here I am just washing down a couple colors, and something interesting that I noticed, I guess because I haven't used these since I was younger, so I didn't notice formula changes between colors, but colors such as the blues and the yellows, which are usually more easier to make in a color industry, like in makeup and as well as in art supplies, these were creamier than the reds and purples, which purples, if any makeup lover knows, is super difficult to create, as well as in different colors. It's just the pigment is very unnatural to come by and not as easy to create. So this is the part where it gets embarrassing, funny, awkward, and weird, and this is sped up, mind you, that I realize I am missing a color and I can't figure out what color I'm missing. I'm like, there's 24 crayons on the number that's on the box, but I've only got 23 crayons. Where's the one that's missing? So I'm looking at the lid, as you can see, and I'm tapping on the colors that I think I'm missing. I think it's a pink or a purple, and I'm just staring at the box for such a long time trying to figure out what color I'm missing, and then I realized, oh, I'm missing the brown last minute. And when I look down towards, like, my chest is pressed against the table, the brown is just sitting there right in front of my, like, chest. So I just pulled it out and drew with it, and there we go. The brown's back, I guess. So when trying to figure out what exactly I wanted to sketch or draw out, I was looking at a lot of flower drawings since that's something that I'm planning on working on for my next series that I'm doing on my Instagram page. So feel free to follow me on Instagram to see the process of that. So I guess that's why I ended up drawing a rose for this challenge, and used a lot of the reds and purples since I said those were the ones that weren't as creamy. So I wanted to do something challenging for myself and more experience that you normally wouldn't use crayons to draw a piece like this. And as I know, when I was younger, I used to scratch off with my nail the crayon to get like a lighter color. So I picked up my scissors and just scratched off some of the color just to give it that light tone and see the colors that I liked, as well as using the marker to darken them since I knew that the wax would not let the marker seep all the way into the paper. So that was another kind of thing that I was trying out. So here I am just finishing up my sketch of the rose. I wanted to keep it very simple, just a square kind of with this rose floating in space, not really anything too detailed or serious of a piece. It was really fun shading the leaves, especially in this piece, because of the closeness and range of the blues and greens. They were the best combination, I would say, in this pack compared to the other color schemes. So it was a great tone range in the leaves between those blues and greens to get the shading and highlights and lighting that I wanted for those leaves and the stem of the rose. As you can see, I used that scissor technique by scratching off that layer of the wax of the crayon to just give the leaves a more lighter, subdued color, and continue with different magentas, purples as the shadows for the rose, and the reds and pinks as the highlight. And then again, I'll scratch off that layer, doing kind of like a hatching movement to give it a more textured look to the rose. And then going over once again with more crayon over the rose petals and leaves of the edges where I wanted the shadow to be deeper and stronger. With the brush nib Micron, I gave it a border, filled that in, and the brush nib was starting to die out already, which is something I personally don't like about Microns. They die pretty quickly, but I ended up using the crayon to fill in the rest of the background as well as some gray for any spotting. And that came out, I think, better than what the brush nib could have done, and it really adds to that crayon texture. I also broke the crayon in this process, so I guess I was drawing a little bit too hard and strong because I really wanted this drawing to be very pigmented, with that dark color contrasting in the back as the black and the rose being very light and subdued. There we go. That's my rose that I have completed using the 24-pack Crayola crayons. It was super fun and nostalgic to come back to a supply that I have not used in many years. So let me know what you think about this piece. Remember to like, comment, share with your friends and family, and remember to subscribe and press that notification bell so you never miss another video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.